Chris and I met here in Greenville, and we got married on February 28th of 2015, which was a couple months before my stroke. I love sports. I played basketball, I ran cross country in high school. I continue to play basketball, I even play softball. I was on, I believe, 3, maybe 4 softball teams when Chris and I started dating. So I was very active.
I remember very vividly September 13th when Jordan suffered her stroke. We had just gotten back from a basketball practice and life was normal. And around 8:30 or so, she wanted to call her grandmother. And as soon as her grandmother answered, that's when it hit.
I remember falling over head first, telling Chris that I couldn't hold my head up anymore just because it hurt so bad. I remember the room spinning to the left.
So picked her up, put her in the car. We drove to the nearby ER, and she was quickly admitted. And over the course of the next few hours, it was basically prescribed to be vertigo. And she was sent home with instructions to hydrate and rest.
That was on a Sunday that I had the stroke. Monday, I probably have 5 minutes that I remember. I just remember Chris asking me if I wanted to go back to the ER, and I remember him picking me up, and that was it. That was my memory.
She had lost consciousness by this point and doesn't remember anything for the next week. We went to a nearby emergency care clinic, and upon us pulling up in their driveway, the nurses saw us helping her, lifting her out of the car, and immediately knew this is life or death. The next step, basically, she was getting prepped for surgery, and the surgeon informed me off to the side, which I really respect because the strength it takes to face someone and to tell them this is pretty remarkable. But she basically said, Jordan's had a major hemorrhage. The time that is amassed has allowed it to press on her nerve stem, and it's very likely she will not survive surgery. If she does, you need to be prepared to know that she may not walk or talk the same way again. She won't be the same person again, and we need to operate immediately. We have to act now.
I don't know when it was because I don't remember my eyes being open, but I do remember Chris telling me that he loved me over and over and over.
5 hours passed, and in her same tactical bluntness, the surgeon said, well, she's doing great.
I was only in the hospital for 1 week in the ICU and 1 week for recovery, and they sent me home. And every day I felt like I could do a little bit more, and once I did something, it wasn't quite as hard the next time, but dizziness, that's what was mostly affected with the part of the brain that they removed, is balance and dizziness, and so I still deal with that even today.
She just didn't let it slow her down, and she just stayed active, and she just drove through it.
I'm very blessed that I could walk and talk. One of my visits after I got out of the hospital to see one of the doctors for a checkup, he actually was very shocked that I was walking. I don't think he even believed it was me at first. He didn't think I was going to walk again.
As a young couple, obviously this was fairly traumatic. We both had pretty much a clean slate of health. Jordan did not have a genetic history of stroke or heart problems, was extremely active, ate well, and we were half a year into marriage with no impediment in the foreseeable future, and suddenly within a matter of hours I'm being told she is very likely won't survive, and if she does, she won't be the same.
Most people don't even believe it happened to me. There are so many times that I tell people that I had a stroke and they can't even believe it from looking at me. I want people to know that it could happen to anybody. I was out playing basketball the day my stroke happened. This stroke group that I currently still go to is sponsored by the American Stroke Association, and it's really helpful to just talk to other people and to connect. I actually am one of the people that people contact to go to the group now. And I had a phone call yesterday, and it's just so heartwarming to hear people finally feel like they have somebody to talk to.
I've attended a number of Heart Balls over the years. They're always fun and joyous occasions, but now it really hits home for me and Jordan and our whole family. The monies generated from events like this push so much research and ingenuity and just create a positive outlook on what otherwise is a very negative part of life, stroke and heart issues.